And welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. And I'm Car Boot Chris.
Bagging Bell at your service.
And I hope that you liked our little intro there. This is StreamYard's upgrade, and we haven't paid for it, but it's a free trial. So we're giving it a whirl for a week or so to see what it's like. But it gives you all a chance to get into the live while the intro is playing.
And it means we don't have to do the stupid dance anymore.
And we don't have to do the old dance again.
Even though I know you're all going to miss it.
No, they're not. They're not going to miss it. They're not going to miss it. So who have we got in the chat?
Well, first in we had Peter.
Hi, Peter.
And then we had Ruthie's 11-7.
My eyes are going a bit funny. New to this channel.
Looking forward to catching up on your vlogs.
Nice one.
Well, I think that's to Peter though, because they put hi Peter.
Oh well, thanks for joining us anyway.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We have Jason T. Smith in the house.
Yo, Jason,
Hi,
hello.
Good to see you.
Jason from Vegas, all the way in Vegas.
He's not in Vegas, so I'm pretty sure I saw him put that he was somewhere else not that long ago.
Who knows where the hell he is? He's literally all over America. So
we have Yes Lad Media in. Hi. Double Karma.
Double Karma. That sounds interesting, doesn't
it? Miguel Angel Martins. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there, but hello.
Hola. From
Hola.
Spain or Mexico or something.
To join us. Come on then. Come on. Oh, and here she is.
It wouldn't be Cookie and the Haydens without Cookie herself.
Without Cookie's butt.
Just sat right on you there.
Yeah. Jason says it looks good. John M says evening all. Simon Campbell is in. Money Mental. Hi, Andrew.
Jason's back in Vegas right now.
Oh, is it? All right.
I think it's 10 o'clock there in Vegas, isn't it? Because you commented on your post, on my post, to say it's 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Is that right? I think that's right.
Ruthie said that message was to us both because she's found our channels through Peter's channel.
Oh, cool.
Which was very good. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Tat Doctor's in. He says, hi, Chris and Belle. I'm going to miss the dance. Where's Cookie? Here's Cookie. She must have heard you before I'd even read that out. She's very licky today, though. She's going to keep licking me. And we've just got Louisa Bear in as well. Hello.
So whilst we're on the subject of Jason, we are hoping to do a live with Jason very soon in the next couple of weeks, which will be really good. Live from Vegas to Manchester.
Ooh.
So keep your eyes out for that one. We're hoping to do that soon.
The other way around, haven't we? We was on Jason's.
Yeah, we were on Jason's channel, which you all need to go and sub.
Y'all.
Yeah,
getting all American.
I'm getting all American on it.
No, it is a good channel.
Thrifty business, thrifting over 50, lots of different subjects and channels and shows. You might think that the American channels don't always relate to the UK ones, but I've not found that really to be the case. I've found Jason and his channel and Facebook group, Thrifting Board, to be really good. So a big plug there for Jason T. Smith.
Well, it's the first plug that he's been in to see you do, because we have done other plugs for him, haven't we?
Yeah, we're always giving you a shout out.
Jason saying, come on and stalk me.
Yeah. Don't be careful what you wish for, Jason. There's some right weirdos over here in the UK.
Yeah, we're not one of those, are we?
The Tat Doctor says, I think you should go to Vegas and do a vlog. Well, actually, now you mentioned that, she's going to jump at that fly in a minute.
Yeah.
Now you mention that, we might actually do something from Atlanta or New Orleans. Is that how you say it? New Orleans?
It's New Orleans. Just say it Englishly.
All right, New Orleans. We might do something because we're going there in January. We might even meet up with Jason and his wife Stacey,
Again.
But I'll stay off the cocktails this time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've rattled on for like 2 minutes or something. DMH products, watch it, there's a big bag there. Just let her go.
What am I going to do?
Just let her go down. Come on. So we've come on live. What we're going to do is show you some of our pickups from the last week. And that includes car boot sale, a kids car boot sale, some charity shopping. But also we want you to think about the question of the week, which we'll come back to in the second half of the show. And that is all about collectibles past, present and future. And Annabelle and me came up with this sort of theme because
it takes two of us these days.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, there must be stuff that you had a few years ago that if you wish you'd have just kept hold of, because they're worth a good bit of money now. Things like the old PS1 games, which seem to be going through the roof now, some of them, especially if you've got sealed ones or certain PS1 games. So have a think about that. Is there anything that you wish you'd kept hold of?
I know there was stuff from when my boys were younger that I wish I'd kept hold of.
You don't need to comment now. Just hold on to your thoughts. Come back in the second half. Also, we're thinking about what things are out now that you think in 5, 10, 15, 20 years are going to be worth good money. And to tag on to that question, a lot of questions to think about. Is there anything that you're actually saving now to sell in a few years because you think it's going to have a bit of value? I'm saving something, but I will tell you about that later. So have a think about past, present and future collectibles. Any other chit chat?
We've got Danny Parkin in. Says hello.
Hi, Danny.
The Tack Doctor says, I hope you're not going to the Rising Sun.
The Rising Sun?
Is that something to do with Atlanta and New Orleans?
I'm not sure.
Enlighten me, Tack Doctor. We've got Lisa Cotton who's joined us.
Hi, Lisa.
And Tommy Bernard.
Right. So, without further ado, because we've got loads of stuff to get through, and we'll rattle through it as quick as we can. So I'll get a bag of stuff and we'll show you what we got.
This is the fruit of on Friday when I was in work and Chris texted me and said, have we got any plans for the weekend? And I was like, no, I don't think so. Why? And he's like, because I think I've got some ideas for us. And I got all excited. And then he texts me back going, there's this car boot Saturday morning, and then there's this antiques thing I want to do in the afternoon, and then there's the kids car boot on Sunday. And I thought, right, okay.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. You are talking out your backside. You know why?
Why am I?
That is true. But, right, listen to this. She goes away with her mother, right, for 3 days. Oh, a relaxing trip away with her mother.
Abroad. I bloody wish it was Scarborough.
Where was it? Scarborough. To Scarborough, which is like 2 or 3 hours away on the coast. Right? And then she texts me and she goes, I'm just doing some charity shopping while I'm here. And she's sending me pictures of her stood outside, selfies outside charity shops. So you just make yourself sound like the victim all the time. It's typical, isn't it?
That's different. I thought you were going to be like, oh, I'll wine and dine you and I'll take you somewhere nice.
Well, I did. I took you to charity shop and car boot. What more do you want? Right, come on.
Right, go on.
Okay, so we went to this kids car boot and it's on every month. It's a bit similar to one I used to run for my workplace, my charity that I work for. And it's literally all kids stuff. So it's focused around children's gear of any age. So go on, what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Oh, right.
I'm just being complimented. I like it when people compliment me. Tack Doctor, I have that reckon them only 25. Pay you later.
Where does she say that? Belle is only 25. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay. In your dreams. Okay, so I picked this up along with a load of other stuff from a stall I actually not 100%. I know it's Fantastic Four, blah de blah de blah, but I'm not actually sure what the name of it is. It cost me £2. Things flick up and like open up like that. So if you want to give me the name of that thing, I'm not a massive Marvel fan, but I like all the figures and stuff. But I'm just not so keen on watching the movies that much. So that was £2, but I'm not sure on the value of that just at the minute. Andrew says bring Belle back down to earth.
He said he'll bring me back down to earth.
Oh,
I'd like to see you try.
On the same stall, I got this. Is this Incredibles?
Yes.
It's Incredibles. You see, I knew that. And watch. Right, you can see him in there. It's not in great condition, but I'm hoping I can clean it up a bit. If you go like that, you can't see, can you?
He disappears into the tube.
Yeah, he disappears into the back there. There, watch him. Anyway, so that's that. That cost me £2 as well. Hi, Peter. That cost me £2. Let me take his comment off. As well, I'm not sure on the value, and there is another car. Have you got it? Where is it? Oh, this one. I like this one. I do like this one. This is Things Hot Rod, is it? Is it Things Hot Rod?
Like that.
And that's quite nice. And that was £2 as well. Let me just cover Bargain Bell up there. That's fine. So that cost me £2 as well. Now this one takes batteries, where I don't think the other ones do. And it makes sounds and stuff, but I haven't put any batteries in it. I think this one's going for around £20 to £25, which is not too bad. So yeah, those 3 cars from the same stall at £2 each.
I didn't do very good at this one. This was the kids' car boot that you got those from, wasn't it?
I got loads of stuff,
Yeah.
and
it was one of them. We got in front of the queue, and he was like, "Right, I'll go left, you go right." And literally, I'd only gone down one side, got nothing in my bag, and you came with like bags loads.
I had 2 bags full, and you had nothing, and I'd give you a £20 allowance as well.
Which didn't help because nobody had any change for the little bits I did want.
Andrew says, I'll give you a £5 for all the cars. Let me just think. I think I'd be at a loss if you did that. What else? A couple of... I always like to pick these up. Now, these are pop-up books, and these are particularly nice ones. They're not... I'll tell you about this one in a minute. This one's not worth that much. But they're really nice, these, and they do go for, if you get the right kind of pop-up book, they go for good money.
You get the Disney pop-up books, they're really popular.
So these are £1 each. That one's only worth a tenner at best. This one, if you scan it in on Amazon, it's Mega Beasts or something. There's the only price on Amazon is something like £200, which is absolutely stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me about that.
I've literally looked before we came on. It's about £200, and when you scan this on eBay, it brings up one seller that's selling it for £180 or something. But actually, most people are not putting that code in on their listing. So when you search the title, they're about another tenner each. That's what they're going for. So £1 each, but they are nice books.
So they're both going for a tenner.
Yeah. After all that, they're a tenner each. But I did get excited for a few minutes.
Me excited then as well.
And when I saw 200, I thought, no, you're having a laugh. It's not that. I'll carry on whilst you have a look at the chat.
Yeah, we've got M&M Antiques and Collectables in. Hello. Rebecca Turner's in. Julie Hall. Will you take less? He said that the Fantastic Four is the Dodge Fantastic car.
Oh, this one. Oh, the first one.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is.
That one. You see, I think something might not be working right in here, because when you move that gear stick, nothing happens, and I think that should do something. But yeah, whatever.
Cat Doctor's giving you question marks. Are you giving me allowances? Yeah, he just like gives me money and he's like, and bring the change back.
Too right. You think I haven't made of money?
Eminem Antique says he always gives his missus pocket money to spend at the boot sales.
There you go. You see, it's the same thing.
It's not for me to spend. It's for me to buy stuff so we can like pick all the good stuff before anyone else gets it. But he was like this on the way in. He's like, it's quality, not quantity. It's quality, not quantity. So I got all panicking. I didn't know what to pick.
I'm saying quality. Now I bought three book box sets. And actually, these are not really worth a lot of money. Normally, they are. Normally, you can pick up a nice box set, and that one's sealed. Normally, you can guarantee it'll be worth a bit. I don't think that's worth much. Along with this Rainbow Magic set, I think these are going to be up to a tenner each, and they cost me about £1.50 each.
You normally shift the book sets quite quickly, don't you?
Well, and I would normally send the book sets up to Amazon FBA because they tend to sell a bit better on Amazon. And for a little bit more money, so I might double check Amazon on those first before I make a decision. This one, now you think this would be worth something. It is actually 10 favourite picture books to read again and again, and it's a real big heavy box set. I don't know what the RRP is on it. £79.90. Now, if anyone ever paid £79.90 for it, they must need their head examining. But it cost me, I think it was £1 or £1.50. But it's not worth much.
Conquering nudge.
It's like £10 again, and I really thought that it would be worth more than that.
Some of the book sets though can be really good money, can't they?
Yeah, if you get the right book set. Some plush toys. Now, these are Annabelle's buy. I just thought I'd say that before. Now, what did I say about quality?
Well, I was running out of options.
I'll save that one for a minute. That's a Fingerlings toy. Plush. Does it talk?
I don't think so. I think it's just a plush version of the Fingerlings.
What did you pay for that?
I got the whole lot.
These were about 50p each,
£2.50 or something like that, didn't I?
That one's a Jellycat, so we know that that's going to have some value. How much, I don't know just yet, but it's a tag Jellycat, which is always good. Again, it was about 50p. It was a part of this bundle, wasn't it? So that should be worth a bit. Sorry if this is a bit bright. My light might be a bit bright at the moment. That's just Despicable Me free. I'm not expecting that to have any value on its own, but I have got some Despicable Me stuff, so that'll go as part of a bundle, just like with some DVDs and stuff.
I was scraping the barrel. I really was scraping the barrel, and I won't mind, but the person I bought them off had a big black bag full of toys, and they offered me the whole bag for £3. But I was like, no, it's all right.
We just don't need it, do we?
No.
You did get these two, which aren't bad.
Meredith and her horse out of Brave.
Does she go on it?
Yeah.
So yeah, from Brave. What did you pay?
£4.
£4 for the two. So there's got to be money in that. It really needs sorting out a bit, doesn't it?
I dread it when he says that because that's my job.
I don't know the value on these, to be honest. I've not checked yet. But £4 paid for the two.
Probably not going to go for any less than 15 quid as a set.
Oh, I definitely think there's money in it. Any chit chat going on? Who's the publisher on the box set? Says Mark. On the big one, the big box set, the publisher.
Scurbs has said she likes the box sets. Hey, those are nice. Are you eBaying them, the box sets? So
These, it depends. I need to scan them into Amazon first to see what we're looking at on Amazon. They'll go on one or the other. Sometimes I send these up to Amazon because they're heavy, they take up a bit of room, and I'll just let Amazon deal with them if there's enough profit in them. I can't see who the publisher is on this, but someone else said, Tat Doctor said, let's just put it up. Tat Doctor says, I find a lot of the book sets are bought cheap from the book people. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think some of these, oh, sugar, that was my foot. Some of these, like this one, were probably like in that category what you're talking about there, Tat Doctor, definitely.
Yeah, Peter Ray said a hard thing for box sets are you've got to pay dirt cheap. There's a lot are not worth a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. But then on the other side of it, you have picked some up that you've got no idea what they are, and they've gone for like 20, 30 quid, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why you started to pick them up now, because you'd be surprised, even if it's not a well-known author that you know of, they do go for good money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why you've started picking them up more often.
And I've started picking up more box sets because Amazon FBA seems to be working on there. Because they're worth a bit more on Amazon than eBay generally, not always the case. But yeah, so as long as you don't pay much, like Peter says, £1, £2 maximum really on a box set, unless you absolutely guarantee to know what it's worth.
We've got Mr. Diggs in the house.
Hi, Adrian. You okay? Oh, there's plenty of people in. We've got 42 at the moment, so that's good. Maybe this is a good time. Maybe Mondays at 6 o'clock should be our time from now on. What are you laughing at?
We'll see.
She says this, but she bloody loves it, really. Right, time for a bit of clothing.
Because we all like a bit of clothing.
Now, first one could be a fail. Do you remember how much I paid for this? A £5.
How would I know how much you paid for it?
Right, this is allegedly Levi's, but having
my trained eye.
I don't think it is.
Check it out.
It's a ladies' coat, and it's a bit hard for me to show you the whole thing. It's got plenty of tags in the bottom. One of them does have Levi's on it.
If not, very tiny.
It says, if any of you know, Levi Strauss & Co. Pass.
I don't think it is, because it hasn't got Levi written on any of the.
That's the thing, and it doesn't.
The buttons or anything.
It has a spare button with it, but none of the buttons and the zip have Levi written on them, which makes me think it's probably not real. But I paid a £5 for it. She actually wanted a £10, but she let it go for a £5. So I'm not sure. The stitching's good, which is always a giveaway. But
I was waiting for Andrew to chip in with the clothing.
What's he said?
He hates it. No.
So that one might turn out to be a fail. I need to do more research on that. Now I've got 2 coats for £17, and I'm wondering if I've paid too much for these.
Really?
Mind you, that's £8.50 each. So the first one is a Converse, like a bubble jacket, and I'm pretty happy that it's a genuine one. It's in pretty good condition. It's got all the right markings. So that's that one. So £8.50 for that. Not sure on the resale value, but if I had to guess now, I'd probably say £30 to £40. And
so why have you paid too much for it then, if you think you can get 30 to 40 quid?
I know, but I don't know. It's just, you get an inkling, don't you, sometimes, if you might have paid too much. I'm not going to lose on it, am I? This is a super dry, and it's an unusual super dry in that it's not your normal fleecy one that's inside. And super dry I've sold a lot of super dry stuff, so I would say always look out for that. Again, £8.50 from the same guy, in good condition. It's genuine. So I'm not sure.
I don't think you paid too much.
I mean, I get £30 on that. I'd be happy. It might even
so
go for a bit more.
Potentially, you got 70 quid between two coats that you paid 17 for. How is that a fail?
No, it's not, I suppose.
Right then.
But I don't normally pay that much, do I? That's the thing. Now, Andrew.
Build-A-Bears!
One of our hauls is never ever complete without a Build-A-Bear. We always pick them up, but we normally only get the licensed ones. So from a TV program or something, we don't get a standard Build-A-Bear normally. This one, that one, the Care Bear. I sold one identical just a week ago for £20. So quite happy to pick that one up, because that is going to be an easy list now, because I'll just go and find that sold listing, sell similar, and I'll relist that for the same price. No reason why I shouldn't do it for the same price. That cost me £3, so 3 into 20. This one I've not looked up yet, but it's Power Rangers, obviously. I'm not sure on the price. It doesn't make a noise. Couldn't do the theme tune or anything. But £3 again.
It's even better when you find the Build-A-Bears where it's a Power Ranger, but it plays My Little Pony. We've had something like that before.
Oh, I tell you what we had, and I sold it. It was called Toothy the Shark Build-A-Bear, and I actually got this in the States when we were on our honeymoon last year. It's taken a while to sell, but it was Toothy the Shark. He had a hand puppet head. This is Build-A-Bear, so we thought that was unusual straight away. But even more unusual was he pressed his hand and it played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tune. So some little kid had gone into Build-A-Bear and said, "I want a shark." What do you want a sound? Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, right. Yeah, great idea that. But it sold. And it was clearly listed.
Probably back to the same kid who ordered it in the first place.
Yeah.
Andrew said, any money spent on clothes is too much. Evil, stinky things that sit in my drawer for months without selling. Are you talking about your own clothes there, Andrew, rather than the ones you're buying? Peter said, Beatrix Potter book sets do well, and Arthur Conan Doyle case book of Sherlock Holmes.
Keep a lookout.
Peter's also just sold a Marks and Spencer's tweed flat cap for £18.20 today. That's good. Did you not pay much for it to begin with?
That's good.
Yeah.
Andrew says, those are the bears they don't let into Wales.
Those are the ones. I can't wait till you come up here and do a bit of car booting with us. You're going to have a field day with Build-A-Bears. We're going to educate you.
He won't buy him. He said he don't buy plush anyway because he take
well,
up
he
too
has
much
to go.
room.
You have to go back with a Build-A-Bear. I'm going to make you. The Tat Doctor, how do you folks take trousers and skirt photos? I've tried on the bed, on the table, on the floor, but never look great. Hope that's not while wearing them.
Trousers, I tend to focus on tops. Ooh, tops. Upper clothing.
Buy a dummy.
Which we use a torso mannequin for, which looks really good actually. That was a really good buy. If you do any clothing, get a mannequin. But when we do like buy jeans and stuff, I tend to put them on the floor. And try and get a full length shot if I can, or put them on my white backdrop table and sort of pull the legs up a bit and fold the legs so I can get everything in shot. Yeah, but it's funny actually, I don't buy a lot of lower half clothing.
But if you can pick up one of these full-size mannequins, if you sell a lot of clothing, then that would always come in handy.
Yeah, definitely.
As well.
Andrew says, my first Build-A-Bear, I want a Star Wars one. I've probably got one here somewhere. You can buy that off me if you want. Okay, so we'll carry on. I've got another bag full of stuff here. More plushes. So Thumper, that's an easy sell. Cost £1. It's probably worth £10, that one.
Sold quite a lot.
Sold loads of them. So I'll always pick that up for £1 because
we'll
it's an
apologise
easy
if suddenly everything just falls over. Cookie keeps chasing flies around and she's likely to just launch herself at us.
There's one rogue fly in here. Now this one's not bad. This is obviously the Lego Ninjago plush. I actually paid £3 for it because it's quite unusual. I think it's worth a fair amount for plushes. I think it might be sort of in the £20 plus mark. So hopefully that'll bring us a good bit of profit. A couple more. These are mini Build-A-Bears, Andrew. So if you want, these are baby Build-A-Bears. Iron Man, Spider-Man, and I've actually got somewhere behind the camera a Captain America one of these as well. So it might be an idea for me to bundle these together. But these can be worth, I've sold these for £15 a piece, these kind of things. It depends which one it is, obviously. I think I sold a Hulk one of these for 15. But yeah, these were £1 each, which I'll pick them up all day long.
Andrew says he's already bought a cap from You Don't Push Your Luck. We're getting him to buy anything.
He only bought a cap because he felt sorry for me. You know? A couple of little mini Hulks, which were 50p each. This was from the same store that I got all the Marvel cars from. I'll probably put these together with. Oh, that one's got a button.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll probably put them together with one of the big Hulks and do a little bundle.
Peter Ray says it's funny how different parts of the country sell random stuff at car boots. He never sees Build-A-Bears either.
Must be a northern thing, I reckon.
I don't know. It's just because we have the Build-A-Bear workshop in the Trafford Centre, don't we?
There's a slightly more unusual Hulk. Now you might not be able to tell from that picture properly, but he's actually grey in colour, not green like he should be. But it is an official one. I'll need to do some research on him, but he was £2. These are the kind of things I really do like picking up. I like picking these up.
Well-built ones.
Not
the flimsy ones.
I mean, talking about well-built, now this is belting this. I really love this. This is Juggernaut. And he is heavy. He has got some real weight to him. And the lady on the stall said that was bought from Forbidden Planet. And for those of you that know Forbidden Planet, it's quality stuff. I think that's one of the select figures that you get in the big square box. Pretty sure it's a select because it's so heavy. The minute I picked that up, I was going to buy that, assuming it weren't stupid money. But at £2, that I think is worth around £20, possibly.
I just need to clarify something here because Moneymentals just said, do you reckon they do a Playboy version? You can have any sort of thing that you want as a Build-A-Bear. You literally make these bears yourself. You can custom make them. That's why you get sharks with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtracks in them. You
can actually put your own voice in them as well.
Yeah.
You can go into a booth, record your message on one of these little things that you put in the hands and feet and put it in the bear.
Yeah, they come with heartbeats. They come with
You could put whatever you want on there.
Yeah, that's why they're so popular, because people can literally make them as unique as they want. Depends how much you want to pay, because these bears literally can cost hundreds of pounds depending on how much you add it. When you're adding outfits and costumes, it's mad. But just going back to you saying it's a northern thing, you know where we saw a Build-A-Bear workshop place when we was in San Francisco? There was one on the pier. So it's not just here.
No, I meant Northern England. That's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah, but we still have them other places.
Yeah. Matt from Retro Reselling 82 is in. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
And I've just highlighted you there. Matt's got his own channel, so you can always feel free to give him a visit and a sub.
Andrew said the Hulk has the same complexion as him. That's because you're just drinking too much.
James Collects is in. Hi, James. I've been watching some of your videos recently, which are all good. DBG is James. Sorry, James says, is the grey one a grey Hulk or Solomon Grundy? Oh,
Who's Solomon Grundy?
I don't know who that is.
It definitely looks like the Hulk.
I would say he's the Hulk, just a different version of him.
But then I don't know who Solomon Grundy is. So. Which
is very true. And he's marked as Marvel DST. I would suggest he's the Hulk. I might be wrong. Yeah, DBG's in, which is nice. Nice of you to join us. Got a lot of chat today, haven't we? I can't keep up with it. You need
trying,
to keep up.
Yeah, I am. Thanks.
Anyone know who these are?
The Ben 10 are.
Are they Ben 10? Because
they look like Ben 10.
I'm not sure. If they're Ben 10, then they're probably not worth much because Ben 10 is 10 a penny. I'm not sure. If you know those, just give us a shout in the chat. But they were 50p each, so I'm not going to lose out on them. I'll probably bundle them together.
Scurbs has asked, they bought 2 big plushes, Cloud Pets. I don't know what Cloud Pets are.
Yeah.
Do you think I can make money from them? Still with tags, or should I pay £1.50 each? I think you could definitely make money from £1.50 on them, but I don't know what Cloud Pets are.
Cloud Pets are the ones that I'm pretty sure you connect them to an app on your phone. Cloud Pets. Okay. I'm pretty sure that you do. She said
the big one's 40 to 50 centimeters.
I'd say that. I mean, it's hard to tell without seeing it, to be honest with you. But
you need to go on eBay and have a look at the solds.
Have a look at the solds.
What they're going for.
You should be able to find them on eBay. Cloud Pets. I've seen a lot of them in the past. So yeah, just do your searches on eBay and double check. But I would say if you pay $150, you're probably going to be all right.
Right, you can carry on now.
Okay. Picked up this guy, Dumbo. He is a flying Dumbo, and what you do is he comes with little strings, and you hang him up on the ceiling, as you can see there from that picture. You hang him up, and he put batteries in, and he whizzes around like that. And I paid £3 for it, and it's worth around the £20 mark. I've done some checking on that already. Anything like that, it will sell. I'm pretty sure it'll sell.
Monumental said, show him the back of the 10 figures.
The back of the figures.
If that helps, Anna.
Got a hole in his backside, that one. Does that mean he's missing something? I'm not sure. I might have to do a Google image search on those because that does really work well.
James Collects has put the grey Hulk. Hulk is possibly worth £60 posted.
Really? I'll be well chuffed with that if it is.
Can we throw it into the £50 challenge, or is it too late?
We'll put it in the £50 challenge with Andrew. I'm swapping one out, Andrew. Oliver Ian says there is a grey Hulk in Marvel. He's more human version like Bruce Banner than the Green Hulk.
Yeah, they've already had the conversation where they've said the other guy, that Solomon Grundy, is from DC anyway.
Ah, okay.
So that's definitely a Hulk.
It's definitely a Hulk. Yeah. I would have said he was a Hulk anyway. Now, I bought a job lot of these from the Kids Car Boot. There was one seller with a stall. They're called Catch a Beast. And it's like an electronic fishing rod.
Electronic fishing?
Yeah, look. Reel it in, it says.
Oh, right.
And somehow, I don't know if it's like it's made by Bandai, so you know it's going to be good. Or it's going to be well made and whatnot. and you can battle with other ones. This is the blue one. You can battle with the red one. So anyway, I bought a job lot of these. I got 14 of these in total, and they cost me £17 for all 14. And I'm going to send them up to Amazon. Amazon FBA, they have no blue ones in at all. So I'm going to send them as soon as possible because they have got quite a few red ones. The red ones are going for about 12 or 13 pound. But the blue ones, I can just make up my own price on and see if it sticks. So I'm going to put £20 a piece on these on Amazon FBA and see what happens. It gives me room to reduce it down to sort of 15, down to 12. I might sell a few at that price, and then I might have to reduce them. But that ain't bad. 14 of them, all nicely sealed up. That's an easy Amazon FBA sale, hopefully.
And that is one of the things that I looked at and walked away from.
Well, you see, you're not got a trained eye like me.
Not for that sort of stuff.
No, you. I don't think sometimes you have quite the bottle to make the jump sometimes. Whereas just take a chance.
No, I have to spend your £20 wisely.
Anyway, do you want to pass that bag over? See, we did get quite a lot this week. I got this Winnie the Pooh mug from Car Boot Sale. Should have opened this ready, shouldn't I? It's like one of these 3D mugs. That's it. All boxed up, which is good. And you got Pooh sort of halfway out of the mug, being pulled out.
You hope not.
No, there's no Pooh there.
We've had somebody called Daily Trader TV said, "All right, buddy." I said, "Hello on IG," and promised to get on your live.
Oh, okay. Daily Trader TV. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining us. That's great. Always good to have new people on, which is excellent. Thanks for saying hello. So paid £3 for that. I've not looked at the solds yet, so I'm not 100% on the sale price. But because it's boxed, I think we'll make a decent profit on it.
Someone's messaging in Andrew offering to sell used socks. Offering to sell me used socks.
Why are they offering to sell used socks?
Because he hates clothing.
Oh, right. I don't think there's much of a market in used socks.
The Juggernaut figure might be the Marvel Diamond Select figure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, Matt. The Select one. They're the better ones. I like picking those up because they're really weighty and they're real good quality figures. I picked this one up, Fisherman's Friends DVD. Seen it at the cinema, didn't we?
I saw it twice.
I've seen it twice at the cinema. But it was a good film, that. So I just bought that for my collection because, as you can see, I do need a few more DVDs. And you can't see all these DVDs around me here as well. But now and again, I do pick one or two up for the collection. Another mug. This one's a Tiger mug, and nicely boxed from charity shop. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was £2. It's a 3D Tiger mug.
I do like that one.
It is. That is nice. That I would fully expect that to sell fairly easily. I think it was £2, and the prices, as I believe, were all over the show, but nobody had one in the box like this, the same box as that. So I'm probably going to price it around £15. I like this mug as well. Anyone want to hazard a guess at what that mug is from? Just take a look at that.
You did this with me when you brought it home.
Nothing on the bottom. Anyone want to have a guess at that? And we'll come back to it in a minute. Here's one of Annabelle's pickups on her holiday with her mum. Star Force figure. What year was it? It is 97. A 97 Star Force figure. I didn't know anything about this, so I'm going to have to do some checking. Did you do some? Did you have a look?
Yeah, there was only international ones that were being sold, and they were going for about £18 with about £20 postage.
And you paid £4, $3.99.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe about £20 in that.
But there was none of those ones. I couldn't find those exact ones. No.
Maybe worth a bit more than if there's not the exact one there. Any guesses on the mug?
No, not yet. But thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Walking Dead.
No, it's not Walking Dead.
Bank, Magic Eye.
No.
Indiana Jones.
No.
No. Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
And DBG. Thank you very much. This is one of my charity shop purchases a while back. River Island
charity shop.
It's the only time I can afford River Island.
Golden Axe t-shirt, which was nice. I did pay quite a bit for it, considering it's a t-shirt. £3.79 in a charity shop. But it's selling. There's a few solds. So I'm looking at about £15 for it. So it's worth £3.49. Annabelle bought me this as my present from the holiday. The husband's book for the husband who's best at everything.
You thought I was taking the mickey as well.
I did.
But it's actually it's a book for a husband that knows everything. Read the first line on the back.
Have you signed it?
No, I haven't signed it.
The first line on the back?
No, on the back of it.
All right. For the best husband in the world, here is a celebration of the joys of married life.
See?
From humorous anecdotes to words of wisdom, quirky facts to top 10 tips, this witty and imaginative guide will appeal to husbands of all ages, from nervous bridegroom to senior spouse.
I think you're the latter now, aren't you?
Senior spouse. Well, we've not been together long, have we? Like husband and wife. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for that.
I'm going to read it.
I'm reading a book at the moment that I've been reading for the
since we met.
Since 2013. I still haven't finished it yet. But I am going to finish it soon.
Monumental said your house. Your I don't know what that says.
I reckon it's from your house. Oh, the t-shirt.
No, I think we're talking about the mug.
Oh, the mug. Sons of Anarchy, no.
Oh, they're Monumental. I reckon it's from your house. What you talking about, man?
Ruthie says, I need one of those books. 25 years, he deserves that book. Not. One of your hairs has got in there. It gets everywhere, literally. So, this was in a charity shop. It's to commemorate, and if Jason's still in the chat, this has got an American link to it. I don't know if he's bailed out yet or if he's stayed with it. To commemorate President Jimmy Carter's visit to Washington, England on May the 6th, 1977. And that's quite a nice little collectible mug and cup and saucer, isn't it? So I paid £5 for that. But I did have a little check before I bought it because I weren't sure I'm paying £5. So what was one listed for? 50 something.
Yeah, about 60 quid.
There was one listed for about 60 quid. Was there any sold?
I think I found one, but I can't remember how much.
Yeah. So it could be worth a bit. I think I'll probably put it up for about 40 and see where we go with it. But it's a nice little item, I think. Unusual. Jason's still there. Yeah. Jimmy Carter's visit to Washington in 1977. Washington, England, that is. So he's coming from Washington, D.C. to Washington, England, which I thought that was quite cool.
We've got another guess of Sons of Anarchy.
Should we just tell them and put them out of the misery? Okay, so I wonder if Jason knows this one. Any ideas on this? There's another American link to this mug. There's nothing on the bottom, nothing inside, but these sort of hieroglyphics.
You're well into dragging this one out.
I know. I just love that mug. I might even keep it. You know. You know why I love it as well? Because I've been on it as well.
Yeah. Ruthie Sevens. Oh no, sorry, wrong one that I read. Where was I reading? The one that I was going to read out. Oh, Haggis Lover says she thinks she's got the book and the women's one. We don't need the book. We know we're perfect.
Jason says Jimmy Carter is still alive and kicking and helps build houses for those in need. Oh, that's cool. 94 years old and he's still helping to build houses. That's pretty cool.
Where's Wally? No, it's not Where's Wally.
No.
Are you going to put him out of the misery?
Oh, go on. It is Universal Studios, The Mummy Ride. And I love that ride, don't I?
No, you don't.
I absolutely screamed the place down when I went on that.
And I nearly wet myself laughing. At Chris,
you know why? Because it goes dark. And I don't like it when it's a ride that goes dark.
Pretty sure you were screaming before it went dark.
No, because it's dead slow. If you've ever been on the Mummy Ride, they have it. We've been on both, haven't we? We've been on the Universal Hollywood and the Universal Florida one. And it starts off nice and slow. It follows the movie. You get clips on the screen. And then it plunges you into darkness. And then it goes backwards in the darkness. So yeah, that's why I might keep that myself, just because as much as you scream on the ride, which
Jason
I did,
says it's a great ride.
As much as you scream on the ride, which I did, you still come out enjoying it.
You need to go on it with Chris, right? It will take it to a whole new level for you.
I don't really do rides that much, so anything that goes upside down is off the table, but I will go on some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So I picked up Ted as well. He's a pop figure, and he was £2, and he's staying with me in my collection. He's going to go in one of these cabinets, probably up here, and I'll just keep him.
Somebody's taking it gutter level. Been a long time since I rode a mummy.
I think actually we probably need to wrap up on the pickups. I'm nearly done. I'll show you the last few quickly, because we're going to go back to our future question.
Okay.
Annabelle actually found this one. Now, if you've got any knowledge on Disney stuff, this is Disneyland Paris. It's an exclusive t-shirt, and you pay £6 for it, which in some respects might be a lot, but it's got some value, this, hasn't it? So what did you discover when you researched it?
That there's only one being sold internationally, and it's up for a stupid price. It's up for about $90.
$90. But is there any sold?
There's nothing.
Right.
I can't find that. Apart from that one, I can't find it anywhere. There's other dwarfs, but not the happy one.
So, but the thing is, when someone puts something up, and you'll all know this if you know eBay, when someone puts something up for silly money, it don't mean that it's going to sell. Because you can ask what the hell you like, and it'll sit there and remain unsold. But it's the most important thing is to look at sold. But when there is no sold, then all you can really go on is
the fact that it's
they're listed.
non-existent.
So I'll probably shoot high, maybe not as high as 90 because it's unsold for a reason, but might do 50 maybe.
Give it a go.
And I picked up this Johnny Lang hoodie. I ain't got a clue who Johnny Lang is, but it's a XXL hoodie, which sometimes is good to get the bigger sizes because they're more sought after. Fight for my soul. No clue who Johnny Lang is, but these kind of hoodies and some of his merchandise are going for reasonable money, and I paid up really on it. I paid £7.99 in a charity shop, but I'm going to put it up for about £35. I think we'll call it a day.
And can I just say, will you take less? Please don't apologise. I found your riding a mummy quite amusing.
Yeah. Oh, go on. I'll show you these quick. Some cassettes I bought. I got some Now cassettes, doubles. They were all 50p each. I did a deal with a charity shop.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Well, the thing is, I know the person who runs it. I used to work with her years ago, and she's always willing to be amenable, if you know what I mean. I'm joking.
After the picture you showed me before of the friend requests.
So these were actually up for £2 each, and I just said to her, you know, if you got any room on the price on your tapes. So she said she'd do a bulk. If I bought a load, she'd do me for 50p each. So I took them all at 50p each. There's a variety of different ones. So some of these I'm going to keep for my own collection, and some I'm going to try and sell. But is this, now this probably leads well into the questions that we're going to ask. Are cassettes worth hanging on to for the time being and revisiting in a year or two? Because they're up and coming now, aren't they? People are buying cassettes again. But is it too soon to be selling these? Because at the moment, the Now doubles are only going for £5 or £6 each. Maybe in a couple of years, these will be going for a lot more money. So is this something that you think we should probably keep on to? And that'll do for our haul for the week. There is some more stuff, but I think we'll call it a day there.
Including a giant box that arrived in the living room, which it just shows how much I'm used to giant boxes being sat in the living room, because I didn't even realise it was something that had been delivered. I just thought it was an Amazon FBA box that was being ready to be sent away, but it's not. It is a box of what, dear?
Loot Crate stuff. So it was, I bought on eBay. I managed to get 2 years worth of Loot Crate stuff, and I got it for £45 including shipping. And
ridiculous. That is a steal.
There's a load of value in it.
Yeah.
Loads of figures, all boxed from Loot Crate. I am gonna list them, and some of them will go to Amazon FBA as well, because some of the Loot Crate stuff is scannable as well, which is good. Jason, oh sorry, before we go to Jason, Two Brits Go. Thanks for joining us, guys. Good YouTube channel these guys have as well. Not reselling related, but it's a nice channel as well. Some good videos there. I heard that tapes are up and coming, and they've said sell them. And Jason says cassettes are hot now. And Jason actually did a cassette webinar recently, which you can subscribe to and watch if you wish, if you visit his channel. Yeah, they are hot now, but will they be hotter? Will they be hotter in a little while? Because those Now ones especially are quite collectible, but they're only going for £5 or £6 each. Now, if I hang on to them for a year or two, are we going to do a bit better on them? But
does that depend how early the Nows are? So if you got like Now 1, Now 2, are they going to be like?
I think so. I think the different Nows have different values. Obviously, the older they are, probably the better, I expect. They're less likely for people to actually still have them.
Tommy Bernard says, I don't think anything is worth holding. I'd rather turn over stock 5 to 10 times in a year than hold on for something.
Some of the James says some of the Loot Crate stuff is good, mainly filler nowadays though. I tell you what, Loot Crate, I've subscribed to Loot Crate now for 3 or 4 years. I've had Loot Crate DX, I've had which is the expensive one. I've had the standard Loot Crate, I've had geek boxes, I've had the different themed Loot Crates, and I have found Loot Crate at the moment is abysmal. In the last 6 months, Loot Crate has gone right downhill. The contents of the boxes has been poor, and their delivery times, every month they are missing their deliveries. You get an email saying, sorry, you're going to have to wait another month for your box because one of our items hasn't come in on time. I'm really disappointed because I used to love getting the Loot Crates and opening them up and stuff. And loads of people used to do opening videos and stuff. I used to watch a lot of it. But some of the figures that you get in Loot Crate are worth more to resell than the whole Loot Crate box itself. I've sold Godzilla figures that are glow in the dark for 60 quid, I think one of them went for, and I only paid 30 for the Loot Crate. So there is good money in it, but it depends which items it is that you're selling.
Money Mentals have to go. He's got some orders to sort out.
Okay,
so thanks for joining
See you,
us.
Andrew.
See you soon. And what was I reading? Mr. Diggs has said Johnny Lang is an American gospel singer or an American music artist.
Someone's been Googling. Jason said that in regards to cassettes, it will end sometime in the near future. I don't know when, but it will happen. I wonder why that is. Over here in the UK, maybe the market's slightly different. Maybe. What's she doing?
She's dropped a ball in the bag.
All right. Cookie's digging around in our bags. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I might just get them listed. It might not be worth hanging on to them. Oi! Go on. Go play.
She's like, I want you to play. Right, let's get this question done.
Yeah.
And then we can let people get on with their evening.
All right. So what I was going to ask you was, is there any items that you remember owning yourself back in the day, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that you just wish you'd have kept on to for now because they're worth loads of money? When I think about that question, I think of things like the Sony Walkmans that I used to have. I mean, they're worth good money now. I had some really cracking digital Sony Walkmans. Some of the PS1 games that are selling for silly money now. If you've got certain games, Andrew, who's left us now, Andrew has sold a recent one, Castlevania, on PS1 for something like £200. He paid £1 for it. So do you think back and think, I wish I'd have kept that? I'm trying to think of some more examples, like some of the old board games.
I've said that a lot of when my boys were younger, they had whatever trend was going at the time, and my second lad was into Toy Story and things like that. Well, the original Toy Story, like Buzz Lightyears and stuff, they went through a phase of going for stupid money as well. And I think of all the figures the figures that you're collecting now, if you can get the original ones, then they do go for good money. And I just think, I don't even remember what happened to mine. They probably just got binned at some point.
Bin charity shops.
But you would have never thought toys would be so valuable, would you? But yeah, loads of stuff like that.
Did any of you guys have that kind of stuff?
So Steve Brownell said the later nows that what I call music tapes, the later vinyls and the early CDs are all worth good money. Tommy Burner's pulling me up for saying evening. He says, I'm just packing the weekend orders. I know, it's great fun being a reseller, isn't it? Skirt said I had the full NatWest Pig money boxes.
I know what you. Yeah, I know. I know the
bet
ones.
they'd have some value.
Probably,
to them,
yeah,
wouldn't they?
probably.
Especially if you've got the full sets and things like that.
Full sets of anything is good, isn't
it? Double Karma said, "Will you add the question in the description?"
In the description, what?
Will you add the questions in the description?
I did put the questions in the description, so they should be there. Scurbs says Commodore 64 stuff. I nearly bought a load of Sinclair games the other day, but we wanted 35 quid, but there was about 50 games there. But when I had a scan on eBay, there weren't a lot of value in them. They were just a few pounds each, so I didn't bother.
Scurbs has also said certain Barbies, well, you sold the Rapunzel.
I'll tell you what, yeah, some Barbies can go, especially if you keep them in the box.
Yeah, we managed to buy a boxed Barbie and Ken Rapunzel one, Prince and Princess, that were in the original boxes. They were a bit battered, weren't they?
Yeah.
But I think we got them for £8 each. And what did we sell them for? We sold them as it. Did we sell them as the set for about 70 quid?
That was a lot anyway. One of them went to Japan.
Yeah. So they are good if you can. But to be fair, you don't pick them up at that sort of price very often. People know the value of them, don't they?
Matt says Star Wars figures, PS1 games, Sega games, all the above. Box Dinky cars.
Yeah.
Hornby.
Duplo.
What else?
Do you know there was somebody selling some old Duplo train set, and I was overhearing somebody who wanted just certain parts out of it because they were quite valuable, and she wanted to sell it as a set, and she's only selling it for £8, but he just kept banging on about how valuable the bits in it and that she'd be better off selling it separately. I was tempted to buy it, but we don't know enough about Lego and stuff like that, do we?
I'm kind of staying away from that. Banger raced a Rover 100 and wish I kept that. That's the point. When you think back, that's a really good point. You know, cars, proper cars. You think back now, what if you'd have got like a Ford Escort, one of the originals, and you'd have kept it in good condition, what that would be worth now?
Yeah.
Because it's always good when you see one of these old sort of 80s cars milling about that's been kept in good nick.
Ben Fitzpatrick has one hell of a Toy Story collection worth serious money now. I know. I'm gutted when I think about the stuff that my boys had and how much. But to be fair, my sister clicked onto that because what she's done is the second time round, she's bought one of everything, kept it in the boxes and put it up in the attic. So she's waiting for the next influx of them coming round.
A lot of space, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's also part of our question, isn't it? Is there anything that you think is out now that is going to be valuable in the future that would be worth stocking, making a collection of, and then obviously putting it away?
So go on then, we'll move on to that question while we catch up with the chat. So is there anything that's out now that you think is going to be good in a few years' time?
Julie Hall says she's got a loft full of retro stuff that she can't bear to sell. For God's sake, don't let Chris anywhere near your attic then, because I'm pretty sure he'd have a field day.
Two Brits Go says my brother had the original Star Wars toys. My mum gave them away. I think that applies to a lot of people. A lot of people. Coloured vinyls. A lot of vinyls are worth good money if you got some of the rarer ones.
Yeah. Haggis Lover said everything eventually has a giant boost in value, e.g. Live Aid boosted big time once Freddie Mercury film came out.
Yeah. Sometimes films and pop culture, whatever's going on at the time, can cause things to have a spike, can't they? Tommy says, I think sports cards are going to make a hard comeback. Are you hoping that they're going to make a comeback, or you genuinely think they are? So
what else is out at the moment?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing at the moment. I'm collecting PS2 games. And I'm buying some job lots here and there, and I know everyone says get rid, sell it now, but I'm going to keep some of these, unless they're worth a lot of money now, but I'm going to keep some, box them up in a few years when I reckon PS2 in a few years will be where PS1 is now. It makes sense for that transition to happen at some point in the few years. So I'm hoping that PS2 games are going to have a better value. I've got a stack here. I've probably got 150 PS2 games just by the side of the camera, which I'm going to box up and put away. I am avoiding the obvious sports games because they literally have no value whatsoever, like your FIFAs and Pro Evolutions, but just going for the others. I mean, I've got some Final Fantasies. They're worth nothing at the moment. Maybe that'll be worth something in a few years. So I'm going to box some of these up and get them out when PS2 makes a revival, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Peter Ray said, still got my original Sega Master System 2 boxed and boxed Dreamcast. Had lots of original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger figures, but not now. Slowly collecting again. Yeah, but I think Disney is a big one, isn't it? Because I think we've seen vintage Disney always sells really well. So I think if there's a popular Disney film, like Toy Story and things like that, that would always be worthwhile picking stuff up now.
Sometimes the more valuable Disney stuff comes from the less popular films.
Yeah.
You know, the more unusual films, and not always the number 1, number 2 characters, but if you get the number 3, number 4, number 5 characters who are lesser known, they can be worth more money. Jason says, I had every single toy from both Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, and my mum let me sell them at a garage sale cheap.
Oh, I bet that's hurting now, Jason.
Do you keep reminding? Because I've seen you doing your shows with your mum. So do you ever remind her about that? I'm sure you probably do.
Yeah, there could have been serious money there. Match Attacks do well. Sold a few singles for good money. See, we've had Match Attacks, haven't we? But I think it's one of them where you have to get the rare cards. You have to get.
Well, Peter knows all about them. You see, Peter is like the resident expert on match attacks. Right. So if any of you need any help with match attacks, I suggest you go to Peter's channel and sub in, because or you can message him and he'll help you. I'm sure of it. He's really good.
It being a minefield, though.
I just ain't got the time for it. But I guess if it's something you enjoy as well, you like collecting them and stuff and selling them, and that's good. PS2 FIFA 14 worth a few quid. Really? I am really surprised. Why is FIFA 14 on the PS2 worth more than the others? Is it like the last one for PS2 or something? There we go. Double Karma says Carnival Glass, Wedgwood, Jasperware, Bunnykins, Beatrix Pocket, Winnie the Pooh, and Disney. All safe bets, probably, I would say.
Well, will you take Lesser said Power Rangers, maybe people stuff played with when they hit 35, 45 years old. Played with. So yeah, because like you said, like the stuff from our era now that is now classed as vintage and retro.
Yeah, well, 90. Well, I mean, I was born in 78. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe I was born in 78. But so 80s was my early childhood. 90s was late childhood, early, late teens. So everything in that era is now worth good money. So you could almost pick anything up. Jason says he does remind his mum every day since 1984 that she made him. I wouldn't mind, but you and your mum and dad both are both thrifters like you are, and they make a good bit of money selling on eBay and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
eBay wasn't around then, was
I understand that. I understand that. But yeah, if only you could turn back the clock and know what you know now, would be really good. You'd just keep them and. But that's a point, isn't it? Because what did you do with stuff? It's a fair point, isn't it? Because back then, if you thought that stuff was going to be worth any money, you'd have to either put it away or like sell them in the classified ads or something, wouldn't you?
I know. I just wish I'd been.
There's no way to sell stuff like that.
I just wish I'd been one of these mums that like packed all the stuff away in the loft because I couldn't bear to get rid of my kids' toys. I was one of these where I just wanted it out of the house so the next lot of toys could come in. But yeah, like you said, if I knew now what I knew then, I definitely would have boxed it up and shoved it in the attic.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you could do in it back then because you didn't have the outlets that you have now.
No.
You'd have to have gone to a physical shop where they sold figures and dealt them and stuff.
We've got Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Peter's put, I'm a gaming collector of collections for many consoles and PS2, PS1 is the biggest and
hesitate what it's worth.
And hesitate what it's worth.
Mm.
Oh, Julie's got a boxed Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, that'd be worth.
My Little Ponies, Barbie dolls,
Atari, PS1, Nintendo 64, Xbox One, loads of games, Game Boys, etc., etc. That's a good haul. That.
Yeah, that's great. Game Boy games, yes.
Proper little treasure trove going on there. Tommy Burns said, "Just the last sports game for each console is worth money.
Yeah,
sometimes
I thought so. Retro. So Matt says FIFA 14 was on PS2 and PS3. The PS2 version is hard to find. Yeah, because sometimes there's that crossover, isn't there, where it's the last one made for a console before it flicks over to the next generation, and they can be worth a bit more. Pound Puppies.
Oh, I love Pound Puppies.
Hey, sit down.
Jason T make about $2,000 a month, and they are both 76 years old. It's a bloody good going, that, isn't it?
$2,000 a month at 76. That's a nice little retirement sort of boost to your. I don't know how it works in the States with pensions and stuff like that, but it's a nice little boost to your income, isn't it?
But it just shows this reselling malarkey is not just for us young uns. And
it shows as well at 76, anyone can really do it, can't they? If you've got a little bit of up here, you could do it.
And you can work a computer.
You've got to be able to work the computer, haven't you?
Peter's got a boxed Dreamcast Master System 2, loads of other consoles like PS1, PS2, Mega Drive, Game Boy.
God, you got loads, Peter.
Know.
Hang on to them. They'll be worth even more money soon.
I mean, will you take less of any Apple stuff?
Maybe like Sony is now, possibly. I mean, some of the original Apple stuff, if you still got it, is worth money, isn't it? The Tat Doctor, don't forget to email me removing posts. Very curious now. He's put his email address up there. You know, everyone's now got your email address, don't you? Yes, I will email you. It's nothing to worry about at all. I just removed your post for a specific reason, but I will email you and tell you. Tommy, we have some NCAA college games worth a lot of money. If you ever happen to see any migrate to your charity shops, look them up. NCAA. And my eyes are going. NCAA college game. All right. What are they, by the way? Can you just let us know, Tommy, what they are? Some people, I'm sure, will be interested to know.
Yeah, the Apple iPod is good value. Still use mine.
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah, well, we have come across a few Cabbage Patch dolls, but you've never really picked them up, have you?
No.
Tell you what we spotted the other day. We spotted a set of Gummy Bear plush toys, didn't we? The original ones, like 1985 or something, and I thought they'd be worth quite a bit, but they were selling them at £10 each. And when I went on eBay, that is pretty much what they were selling at £10 each. I was surprised at that. I thought they'd have.
I've never seen them before now.
No.
I thought they'd have been worth more money than gummy bears.
Yeah, I was a big Gummy Bears fan.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh,
yeah, I remember
God,
those.
Yeah.
Didn't they come with a chuddy in the packet? Chewing gum. Sure they
They were
did.
the Garbage Pail Kids, the ones in the head like all bogies and
Yeah,
stuff.
I know, but you got the cards.
Yeah.
I'm sure they came with the chewing gum.
Baseball, football, basketball cards. Didn't you buy a pack of cards from when we was over in the States on our honeymoon?
Yeah. I bought some in Goodwill. There was a big package, like all bundled together of football, NFL cards, and I think they were like $2 or something. And I just bought them because it was something typically American, and I brought them back. And I think I sold them, to be honest. I think I did sell them.
Oh, cooks.
You gotta love Game Boys. I mean, who'd have thought, like, some of the prices of Game Boy games now? Some of the prices of Game Boy games, the original Game Boy games.
See, that's something else the boys had when they were younger. They had every gaming console going.
If you think about Game Boys, so what's out at the minute? PSP, the handheld Switch thing. DS's. So if you hang on to them, maybe in 20+ years' time, if you really can be asked waiting that long, maybe they'll be worth a load of money.
You just have to think of it as a retirement.
Yeah, these things are. That's what I keep telling you. All this junk.
It's an investment.
All this junk in the house is an investment. Yeah.
Right. Well, I fairly do think we should let people get on with their
evening. You fairly do think.
I fairly do think. And Cookie's starting to do my head in. She's just like licking me constantly.
So yeah, it's been a really good chat, this one. We've had loads of people in. It's been hard to keep up. I don't know how Nick, Andrea, and Jason as well on his chats. I don't know how he keeps up with all the chat, because we've had quite a lot, and we've been 40 to 50 people in at any one time, I think. So it's quite difficult. And if we've missed your chat, I apologise. Let me take that off of there. And hopefully you like our new layout, because we're on a trial with StreamYard, which means we get to put our own little logo up here, and we can do intro, outro videos. If you stay until the very end, you'll see our outro video while we just test this out and see if it's actually worth the sort of £20 a month, which really is quite a lot, really.
But it means I don't have to do this dance anymore.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if it's any good. But thanks all for joining us. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell so that you know when we're next live and you don't miss too much chit chat. Look out for our live. We're going to do this live with Jason T. Smith, the king of thrift in Vegas, the man himself, as seen on TV. We're going to do this live in the next couple of weeks. So look out for that. That is going to be really, really interesting. And so I think that's it.
Yeah.
And we covered everything.
Yeah. I think
so I think that all that is left to do is to say one final thank you. And we will see you all soon. And that is us signing out. Bye.